Hey guys, big day. Lots to celebrate. There's over 100 of you now that actually subscribe to watch my videos. Man, I hope that means that you're finding them useful and finding them informative and hopefully a little bit entertaining, because that's really what I'm shooting for. So thank you so much for coming back and watching more of my videos. If this is your first time here, please check out this video, see what you think. If you like it, go ahead and subscribe at the end. I'd love to have you back as well. So, in that vein though, I'm always striving to try to make my videos better for you guys and improve that production quality so that you have a better experience and these videos hopefully become even more useful to you. And as some of you may have seen, I did a review on a digital camcorder that I got from Amazon, hoping to get better video, better sound out of it. It just didn't happen. The thing did not work out. So I've been keeping my eye out for ways to be able to improve the quality of my videos for you. And while I was at Best Buy the other day, I came across this guy right here, the Go Viral Content Maker Essential Vlogging Kit from digipower. So this thing caught my eye because it has the shotgun microphone with it, as well as a light that comes with different filters to help with different scenarios. And those are things that I've really struggled with, really the sound of my videos and some of the lighting. So we'll see if this maybe helps us out. Hold my monster. Wait! Stop the video. I went to Walmart and I saw this guy there. Looks very similar. Best Buy, $70, Walmart, $40. Now there are some differences, and we're gonna find out what they are. All right, back to the intro. All right, so two very similar products, very similar looking here. Both from digipower, both labeled Go Viral, which is it just near, it's like kind of look like a CoverGirl logo. I don't know, that's what I keep seeing. Anyways, so with these, you get the microphone, you get the light, you get the bracket, you get the tripod in both of them. This one's $70, this one's $40. Why the difference? Well, the $70 one comes with an adapter for USB-C as well as lightning to the 3.5 millimeter audio, so that way you can plug the microphone in. This does not come with that. My phone doesn't need that adapter, so this doesn't help me there. Maybe it would help you. Also, this one comes with a wireless shutter control. I really don't think I have much need for the wireless shutter control. So $70, $40, shutter control and cables I don't need. This one's going back. So let's get this one opened up and see what's inside. Let's see what we got. All right, so in here we have our fancy tripod, which had a battery in it that just fell down to the floor. So I'm not sure what that battery goes to. I'll retrieve that in a little bit. A micro USB charging cable. So it's like some type of mount adapter. Battery. These must be the filters for the light. So we actually got three options there in the light filters. Speaking of the light, here we go. So this does have the micro USB on it, so I'm guessing we're gonna charge it with this cable, and that's probably what that's for. Then we also have the mount itself and the microphone, which has the 3.5 millimeter cable on it. Now, interestingly though, I don't really see any way to power this microphone, so I'm a little skeptical of how good the results are going to be if it doesn't have any power. So we'll see coming up here. I just had to do a double check here to make sure that I opened the right one. So this one doesn't say anything about having a remote. This is the one from Best Buy, and it does. But I'm reading the instructions, and it's telling me there's a remote right here in the leg. So the one that's $30 less still has the shutter remote with it. So the only reason to get the more expensive one, it seems, would be for those USB and Lightning to 3.5 millimeter converter cables. So this is it pretty much assembled here. There's one piece left that goes in here, if you don't drop it. But as near as I can tell, this is for like a GoPro mount. I don't have a GoPro, so maybe you do. Maybe that means something to you. But it looks like it would latch into here with this. However, when using it with the cell phone, I'm just gonna pull this up and clamp the cell phone in here. So there we go. Let's see if it sounds any better and looks any better. This is a scenario that I've often found myself struggling with my camera, both the lighting and the microphone. So my phone tends to try to record in stereo, and when I'm close to it, it kind of goes in and out between the ears. So the recordings oftentimes can kind of just be on one side depending on where I'm looking at. So right now, not using the microphone, not using the light. This is just my forward-facing camera on my phone and the microphone built into my phone. So as you can see, as I move around, it's kind of struggling with some of the lighting behind me. I do have a light on directly above this, and the sun's not even behind me. The sun's actually over there at this point in time, and it's a very cloudy day, so this is just ambient light behind me. So let's see what happens when I turn the light on and turn the mic on. One thing I should correct is I mistakenly said that the microphone did not appear to be powered, because I expected it to be rechargeable and thus have, you know, a micro USB or mini USB, some type of port on it to be able to charge it. But that little barrel battery that came in the kit was for the microphone, which I kind of thought it would be given the shape, but I didn't immediately see where the microphone would open up. So I did get it opened up, and the battery is in there now. So as we do our testing, the microphone will be powered for the tests. All right, we're back with the light and the microphone hooked up. The light is set on the dimmest setting, and it does seem to be helping some with the glare behind me, but not completely. You can see that light kind of pouring in and coming in as I move around here. And see, right there, you can see behind me, it's really not that bright, but I'm not really all that lit up either. So it comes down to the camera trying to compensate for that. So I'll try this on a brighter setting. Now, additionally with the microphone, I don't know how this is coming out right now. You might not even be able to hear me. The microphone doesn't feel like it's seated in all the way, the connection, and part of that I think is because of my case. So it's not designed to be able to plug in, it seems, to where you have kind of a smaller opening for the headphone jack on a case. So I'll try removing the case and plugging it in that way to see if it is better. Also, the microphone has a switch on it that goes between camera and phone mode. So in the instructions, it says to put it on phone mode if you're using a phone, right? Makes total sense. Camera mode if you're using a camera. When you flip it into camera mode, there's a little red light that comes on. When you have it in phone mode, that red light does not come on. So I don't know if that means that it's not powered when in phone mode, but is powered in camera mode. I'm not sure. So we'll go ahead, get the case off of here, turn the brightness up on the light, and make sure that that microphone is plugged in all the way. As you probably noticed in the previous video segment, there was no sound. Come to find out, I was mistaken when I corrected myself earlier and said that the microphone was in fact powered because of this little battery. It appears that is not the case. So maybe this works when you hook it up to a camera, but hooked to my phone with this battery in, I cannot get any sound out of it. It doesn't matter if I have it on the phone mode or if I have it on the camera mode. So right now, what you're hearing is the microphone on the phone mode without the battery in. Now, I have tried switching it to camera mode, and that seemed to kill the sound when I did that. So it appears you want it in phone mode when using it with a phone with no battery. I don't know. Maybe I miss it somehow in this little bit of instructions here, but I don't see it anywhere there. So that's that. Here we go. Now you can hear me with the microphone. So we're going to go ahead and switch back to not using the microphone, and then back to the microphone again and see how that goes. Okay, so here we are without the microphone. So this is without the microphone plugged in. We'll go ahead, plug it back in, and return back to that. I've done a little bit of previewing, and it seems to me that maybe it sounds better, so I'm going to try to film the rest of the way with that, but you be the judge. So once again, this is without the microphone. Going back to the microphone now. Okay, we're back with the microphone. Camera's in the same place as far as its distance from me. I'm trying to be as consistent as I can with my volume. So hopefully you'll be able to tell the difference with and without the microphone, and hopefully it's better with the microphone, right? All right, so right now we have the light without any filters on it, so which is super bright, super bright. So let's go ahead and try out some filters. We'll go with the white filter and see how that does. Here we are with the white filter on. I don't know. I'm not sure that this is making a whole lot of difference. As I move my head around, I'm still getting quite a bit of glare behind me. If I hold still, it seems like maybe it is helping. And I apologize if I'm not looking at you. I do kind of keep looking back at the screen to see what it's doing so that, you know, I'm commenting on what's actually happening. So this is the white filter. Let's go ahead and give the blue filter a try. Okay, here's the blue filter. You know, I gotta be honest with you. It's really hard to tell looking at my screen how this is really coming out. So I think this is going to be something that as I cut these segments back to back in the finished video, hopefully that'll help and it'll be a little clearer on whether or not this is really making a difference. I do still seem to be getting that glare behind me, so I don't know that anything's helping with that, but I think that's more down to my phone reacting to what it's focusing on and trying to change the tone of the image to compensate for what's going on behind me. So that's the blue filter. We got one left. This I don't know, orange, red, peachish, salmon colored filter. Let's give it a shot. Okay, here we are with the salmon filter, which I guess is actually called a rose filter. But there you have. I can definitely see in this one a noticeable difference in my tone. So I'm definitely more reddish, and I don't think that this is an accurate skin tone for me. I'm a fairly pale person, so maybe not the best filter for me. Could be for you, and it also could, of course, depend on the setting that you're using it in. I gotta tell you, right now for me, I'm thinking the white filter is probably the best. It kind of diffuses the light, makes it not as blinding on me when I'm using it, so that's nice. Here we are in the game room. So right now we do not have the microphone plugged in and the light is not on. So I don't know what kind of quality you're getting at this moment because I am using the rear facing camera this time around. Figured for this test we do it that way. And man, that Street Fighter machine gets really annoying and repetitive, doesn't it? Well, here you go. This is with no microphone, no light. We'll go ahead and turn the light on, turn the mic on, and see how this works out. But should be plenty of background noise here for that type of a test. All right, here we got the microphone plugged in, the light is on, same basic sounds going on around me, so lots of background noise here. So I don't know if the microphone is just going to pick up that background noise more, or if it's going to be able to kind of channel in on me. I don't know. I will tell you though, that light is daggone blinding right now. So using it upstairs where I had more ambient light around me, it wasn't as bad. Down here, it's really, really hard to actually look at the phone. And actually, I can't even really see the phone, it's so bright. So I'm probably not actually looking at the camera. I apologize for that. I have a tendency to do that anyway. But there you have it. So this is light and microphone both on. Let's edit it together and take a look at the results. Once I see that, I'll come back with some closing thoughts for you.
Wrapping up with some closing thoughts. I gotta tell you, I'm pretty impressed with this kit. The microphone works really well for me. I think that it came through when checking out the video a lot clearer and crisper than the microphone in my phone. Also, in my dining room, it definitely seemed like it kind of cut down on some of the ambient noise. Now, down here where I had all the arcade machines going, all the sound and everything, I think it did an admirable job of picking me up clearly, and I would say better than the microphone in the phone itself. Of course, it didn't filter out everything else, but I think that you could hear me more clearly over everything else. So it seemed to do a really good job there. Definitely pleased with the mic. Now, downsides to the mic. The cord that comes with it that plugs into the phone, it needs a pretty large hole in your phone case for it to actually make it all the way into the phone. And my phone case has no problems with headphone cables at all. So that means that this one's probably just not designed the best, because I did have to remove my case to be able to plug it in. So I'm getting a 3.5 millimeter extension cable to be able to extend that and plug it into my phone, hopefully a little bit easier. So that is something that you might want to factor in. If you use a case on your phone, you may need an extension cable like that. I would also be careful. The plug on here is 4 poles, so it has, the little black lines through it. I don't know how much that matters if the extension cable has all of those, but I made sure to get one that had the same number of poles. So that's something to watch out for. The light on here, I think, does a pretty darn good job. It helped out a lot down here. I don't know how much it really helped out in the dining room. Maybe a little. It kept me a little bit better lit. It did not keep my camera from freaking out with the light behind me. So the camera really did continue to freak out there. It didn't fix that. But at least I didn't go all dark like I have in some of my other videos. So it does seem to help with that. Down here, made a world of difference. I had it on the brightest setting. I wish I turned it down to the light, to like a lower setting, which is actually what I have it on now, is the lowest setting, because even then it's still really bright. And it's like, it's out of the corner of my eye. I'm getting kind of used to it, but it's still kind of bright having it there. But it does help, so it's something to get used to. Now, one thing that I think is a downside here, the clip that holds the phone in place, I'm maxing that thing out with my phone. So I have the Note 9, which is a fairly large screen device, but there's plenty of them out there now that are larger than the Note 9 is. And that thing really is stretched to its max to hold my phone. So if you have a very large screen device or a wide device, that's something that you're going to want to consider. Maybe that clip's not going to work with you. Now, however, though, it just does thread on just like a normal camera thread receptacle on the bottom of it. I'm sorry, I don't know the mount. I don't know what you call that. So I have another one that I've been using on my tripod, and that threaded on here no problem, and I'm able to use that. So if you have something like that laying around, you can probably just replace the mount on here with what you have. So on balance, I think this thing's great. If you have a screen on your device that's not massive, it's probably going to work really good for you. The light works well, the microphone works well. Again, though, you do have to worry about your case and whether or not it'll plug in through there. So those things being considered, for $40, I don't think you can go wrong here. Now, $70 for the one at Best Buy, that's pushing it to basically just get some extra cable adapters. I don't know. Maybe they're worth it. Totally not worth it to me. I don't need it. And this thing came with the shutter remote, which worked. It worked just fine. It synced up Bluetooth to my phone, no problem. So I can't guarantee that that's going to come in the Walmart one. It did come in mine, but it's not listed on the box. So I don't know, but it's worth a shot. I mean, for $30 less than what Best Buy wanted, I would definitely go with the Walmart one. Sorry I didn't open the Best Buy one. I'm not a fan of opening something that I know I'm going to return. And once I found out that Bluetooth remote was in the one from Walmart, there's no way I was keeping that Best Buy one. I didn't even really want the Bluetooth remote in the first place. It's a nice to have, but definitely not what I was shopping for. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you're somebody that's subscribed, that means the world to me. I really appreciate you guys. I really do hope that these videos are helpful. And please let me know down in the comments, if there's anything that you want to see or anything that you think I could be doing better, because that's always the goal, to make better content for you guys. So please, down in the comments, do that. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up. It means a lot to me. If you're new here and you'd like to get notified of new videos I have coming out, please hit the subscribe. Be very glad to have you. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.